Hi and welcome to part 6 of this video series. Today we're going to make it possible to add members to our team. But the first thing we need to do then is to update the lead model. So if I just scroll up here and find models.py, and the thing I need to do in here is to connect the lead to a team. So at the top here we need to import the team model from team.models import team. And then at the top here we can create one more field, team equals models.foreign key. So we can pass in team here and set the related name to leads, and on delete models.cascade. Great. Now we can update the database. Python manage.py, make migrations. And now I need to set a default team because this is a required field. So press 1. And here I just want to say 1 because I know that 1 is the ID of the only team I have created. So there. And then I can say Python manage.py migrate. Great. So now we can run the server again. And go back to the editor. And then I need to make a little change to the views.py because now I want to make it possible to get all of the leads connected to your team and not just the one you created yourself. So first here I want to get the team by saying team equals team.objects.filter, and then I want the members in equals self.request.user. And what this does is, this needs to be a list. So what this does is that you check if one of the members is in this list, which is you as the user. So if you are in the list of members, then you get the team. But since this is a filter, we will get the list. So we need to set first here to get the team object. And then down here I can say filter team equals team. And before I forget it, I need to import the team model from team.models import team. And then I need to do the same thing in the perform create, because now we need to connect the team to the lead to the team as well, like this. So now there are no errors. I can go back to the to-do list and set the first task to done. Next I want to make it possible to add members. I don't want to invite them by using email yet, I just want to make it possible for the team owner to add members. So first you need to update the views.py in the team app. So scroll up and find views.py. And then here I can do the same thing as I did the other place. I can say members in equals, convert this to a list, like that. So now I'll get all the teams where you are a member. We only want to get the first, like this. And the same down here, instead of just getting the one where you are the owner, you want to get where you are a member, and only the first one. So that was the views.py changes. So now we have make it possible to use members instead of just the owner. So we can set this subtask to done. And then I need to update the serializer.py in team as well. There, because I want to pass in the creator here. So below here I can say created by equals user serializer. This is not the many field, but I want it to be read only crew. Then I can pass it in here so we can know in the front end as well who the creator of the team is. So now we can go back and set this task to done.
Before I continue, I just want to say thanks to my Patreons.
And then we can start moving to the front end, because now I want to make a page where we can show which team you are on. But I just want to log out first and log in just to see that there are no errors in the things that I've done so far. Yes, as you can see here I got an error now. self is not defined in views.py. No, here should just be request.user. And authorized. Okay, there I just typed the wrong password. Now everything seems to be okay. So then we can go to the next task, which is to create the page for a team. So in the dashboard folder, we create a new file, team.view, and then I can just get a little bit information here, or code. And we say team like that. I can close this. And the template tag, now the script tag, export default name team. Then just close the script tag and we can import it to the router so we can test that it's working. Like that. And if I now just copy this, remove the add, and save. So now if I go to the nav bar, I want to add this up in the menu together with the leads, router link to dashboard/team, class navbar item team, and we close the router link. So now we have the team appear. Perfect. And the team title here is showing. Great. And then I want to show a list of the members here. h2 class subtitle members. Close the h2. And then I need functionality to get the team from the server. Methods. Get team. And we also need the data array here. Return team members. And this can be a list. So I just set members here so that we up here can loop through this. Because if I don't add it there, it will just crash. Table class table is full width, thead, tr, th, name. Don't need anything more there for now. And below the thead is the tbody, trv4 member in team.members, which is a reference to this one, team.members. vbind key member.id. Close the tr. td member.username, because we don't have the real name yet. Great, but if you now go back, you'll only see an empty table. So now I need to make this function, and also I want to call it when this page is mounted, this.getTeam. So here I think I can just go back to login.view and make a copy of this and also that one, so we can have the loading. Great, copy, add it to the top there, set it to true, and async get team. So now I don't want to call the store, but we can say console.log response.data, and I do not want to redirect to the account page. So now we can see what we get from the server. Axios is not defined, of course not. Import Axios from Axios, save, refresh, and now actually got a list of members here. Great. Which is me as the user, but why is this showing there? That's because I need to say this.team equals response.data. Yes, and now you can see my username is shown there. Perfect. And response.data is an object which is exactly the same as team because we have members in there and similar. And instead of showing just team there, maybe we can say team.title. Team.name, of course, like that. So team name and then the members. Perfect. So now I want to make one more page for adding members. But now we can set this to done, and then I want to make it possible to add the members. To do that, I want one more page. So make a copy of the top here, create a new file, add team, and add member.view, add member, close the div, template, and then the script, export default, name, add member, and save. Now we can import this to the router. Add member, and find team, because I want this to have /team first. Add member, save. And then in here I want to have the button below the title, router, link to. Now I want to use a named route, so I need to connect this to JavaScript, so we add a :2, and name is add member, and we add a class, button is primary, add member. Okay, there are no errors, so it seemed that this was working. Yes. And the good thing about using this instead of hard typing the URLs is that we can just say add member. And if I now go in here and change this, you don't have to update the code everywhere you use reference to this page. Great. So now I want to add the form here. So I can actually just copy the sign up form. So copy all of this. Go back to add member, paste it. And yes, that's it there. And I can copy the submit form functionality. Methods, paste it there. Okay, I also need to copy a couple of other things like this data array. And I also need to import these two, the Axios and the toast. Great. So now I will change this later in this series because I want to make it possible to invite users and not just add them manually like this. I think I got one too many curly braces. Okay, just seeing that everything here is okay. Change this toast to the member was added. And I don't want to go back to this. Here I want to go back to name team. Okay, So now I think I can save that. No errors here. Great, so now let me try to add a different user, code 2, and then the password. Submit. Okay, the member was added, but it's not here. And that is because I was just adding the user like this. So I need some functionality to connect this user to the team. And to do that, I want to add one more view to teams.view. Here I want to add a new API view. Post, because I just want to accept post requests. Def add member request. And then I want to get the team. And I also need to get the information from the front end, because you need to pass in the email for the user. So data equals response dot data. Actually, I think I can just say email like this. Email print email. Just want to see that you actually get this way. Email return response. This can be empty. Return. And then I want to say user equals user.object.get username equals email. And then we can say team.members.add user team.save. Great. And then we need to add this to the URLs. Add it at the end there. Just make a copy of this. Add member, and add member. Great. So then we can go back to the add member.view. And we can copy all of this. I can wait with this. Take it out and just append it at the end here instead. No, that's not correct. It will have to be in there. Sorry. And here I say teams /add member and email data. And create a new object, const email data, email this.username. Can remove this, and then we can try again, because now we will call this, pass in the email address, and then we will get it in the backend and append it as a member. Got no errors, so we can try code 3. Submit. Okay, got an error. Response is not defined. No, that was probably supposed to be request dot data. So we can try again. Okay, that was a very long error. Submit. And I got the same type of error again. User is not defined. To import it up here from django.contrib.auth.models import user. Save. Let's try it one more time. Okay, now it was added there. Perfect. But I see here that I got an error. Why did I get that? Okay, we can try one more time just to see what's going on. Submit, and now everything was working. Perfect. I think the problem was that the user was actually exist before, so this should maybe be moved inside here. can try that, because now we won't go to this if the user isn't created. So let's remove that line. Then we can remove the await on that Axios. So let's try one more time just to see that it's still working. Code with Stein 2. This user already exists, so I just want to see if I get an error now. Yeah, user with that already exists, so we don't go through with this, but if I add one that doesn't exist, everything is working. Perfect. So now we have the functionality to add members to our team. Nice. Let me just try to log in with one of those members. Code with Stein 5. And yes, I can still access this team. Perfect. But this should not be available for this user, but that is something I have to fix at a later point. But everything here is now working, and that was it for this part. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please click like below. See you in the next video.